Okay, guys, so we have a quick little objective for today. All right, it's kind of going to be review of the operations, working another day on it. So today we're going to solve all problems involving scientific notation. There's our objective. Go ahead and get it down. Setup for today is we're going to work on some problems together through this little video. Then you're going to work on some on your own. Then we're going to come back together and talk about the ones that you worked on your own. Okay, because yesterday wasn't very good, and I think it's because we were kind of being lazy and not doing the calculator. So we're going to get better at that because we have a test on Thursday. Okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to keep it short today, hopefully, with me talking. Write these numbers in scientific notation. Okay? Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully this ought to be a nice little review for you. Decimal points at the end, right? I need it to go between the first and second number so that I have a number between 1 and 10. So my new number will be 1.45. Okay, let's count over how many spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 10 to the 8th power. Okay? Big number, positive exponent. Let's do a small number now. Okay, it's in between the zeros there. It needs to go between the 9 and the 8. So my new number will be 9.8. Times 10. Now let's count my spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. But remember, since we got a really, really small number, what happens to our exponent? Negative. Okay, there's our answer there. Cool? So far, so good. Let's hope so. Here we go. Let's keep going. Okay, let's write these in standard form now. Let's write these in standard form. So let's start off with the number that they gave me, 4. Now, it's going to be a big number, okay, because it's a positive exponent. So I know I need to go to the right. Count over 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill in my zeros. And you're good to go. You may want to rewrite it without the bumps. That way you can see it better. Okay? What if I have a really, really small number? All right? 6.43. This time it says negative 4. Negative 4 tells me to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So I got a point, 0, 0, 0, 6, 4, 3. As I mentioned before, guys, you can pause it. You can stop this video anytime you want if you want to work them out before me, which I think is really the best way to do it so that you get practice at it. Okay? All right, let's keep going. A couple more. All right, let's solve these ones now. Okay? This is just simply calculator work. Can you put this in the calculator? That's all I want you to do here. So if you don't have that link up and going for the calculator, I would go ahead and open it. That's what you're going to use for the test tomorrow, or on Thursday, rather. Okay, so here we go. 4.23 times 10 to the 7th. Make sure you arrow over if you need to, or get a space so you're not in the exponent anymore. Okay. Once I plug that in, I can see that my answer is 6.05 times 10 to the 15th power. Okay, you may have to round a little bit. And usually when I round, I want to do it at 2 decimal places. Okay? Let's do the next one. If you got the fraction button, I would press that to begin with. If you don't have the fraction button, make sure you put parentheses around it. I'll show you here what I mean in a second. Okay, if I don't have a fraction button, when I go to enter this in, I would put parentheses around this before I hit the division sign. But if I have the fraction button, I can just type it in and go to work. So I plug that in, I get 1.4. You put 0.40 if you want, times 10 to the 11th power. Okay? Guys, there's really no reason why on that thing yesterday that you couldn't have got 5 or 6 points on the Canvas assignment. Because it was just plugging it in. But I can see by the time that you guys took on it that some of us didn't even try it. Okay? So, let's get better at it today, guys. Come on, let's get better. New day, new try. Let's make sure we get better. Okay, 2 more. All right. Entry-level accountant executives in a large company make a salary. Geez, Louise Snyder again. Make a salary of 3.48 times 10 to the 4th power. If there are 5.2 times 2 to the second power account executives in the company, how much will they make in all? Okay, so this is what one person makes, 3.48, okay, times 10 to the fourth. And this is how many people there are in the company that do this job. So this is what one makes. This is how many people they are. What I'm looking for is the total. Okay? Now, to figure that out, I could do addition. I know we talked about total yesterday. Okay, so I would take this 3.48 times that and add it to these however many times, 5.2 times 10 to the second, which I don't want to do that. That's a whole lot of work. So instead of doing repeated addition, we're going to multiply here. Okay, because that's what one person makes. It's like the whale problem from yesterday. One person makes this. There's this many people. How many do they make all together? Okay, multiply together. All right, so plug it into your calculator. 3.48 times 10 to the fourth times 5.2 times 10 to the second. This must be a big company with a whole lot of money. Okay, you could put 1809600. Or if you wanted to write it in scientific notation, it would look like this. 1.8096. Count how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know, it doesn't really save me much time. But those are the answers that I have there. Okay? Just like the krill problem yesterday. We had the whale eating the krill. How much did it eat in one day? How much did it eat every day out of the year? Same thing here, because this would be 5.2. Let's see. There's 520 employees that make that, so how much do they make in total? I could add that together, but I don't want to do that. That's too much work, so multiply them together. Okay? All right, let's rock and roll. Last one. Okay? Neptune. So let's talk about our planets, right? We got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, so on. All the way out to Neptune. Okay? Neptune's distance, it's out there between Jupiter. Out there by Jupiter and Saturn, right? That's where Neptune is. Neptune's distance from the Sun is 4. I didn't write down the numbers. 4.5 times 10 to the 10 to the 9th. Mercury's average distance is 5.8 times 10 to the 7th. How many times further from the Sun is Neptune and Mercury? How many times further? Remember, that's our keyword from yesterday. Or phrase, I guess. When we talk about that, we're talking about what? How many times further? We're talking about division. Okay? Neptune. A lot further away from the Sun than Mercury. So we should know that's our bigger number. Mercury, 5.8 times 10 to the 7th. Division. Just like before. Okay? Put that in your calculator as the fraction button, or put your parentheses around it. You can put both, although you don't need them. So plug it in your calculator and you'll get your answer. 4.5. Okay. How many times bigger is it? It's about 77.6 times further away. Okay? Alright, so once you're done watching the video, you can start with the practice. Don't go anywhere after you finish the practice, though, because we're going to work on it together.